Good Friday is just as good as any other day because Jesus Christ did not die on a Friday, and the Bible is clear about that. But people deliberately follow the rumors that they hear on the streets, and they are pastors who are lazy to read the Bible for themselves. There is no way you can explain that Jesus Christ died on a Friday and woke up on a Sunday without looking like you don't understand basic mathematics. Good Friday is just as good as mogodu Monday or Repusa Friday because Jesus did not die on a Friday. If he dies on a Friday, 3 p.m., Saturday, 3 p.m., it's 1 day. Sunday, 3 p.m., it's 2 days. Monday, 3 p.m., it's 3 days. Make that make sense. You cannot explain that without looking stupid. Don't embarrass yourself and embarrass us in the process. Matthew chapter 12, verse 40. As Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights, the Son of Man will be in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. Count the 3 days and 3 nights. From Friday, count the 3 days and 3 nights. From Friday, 3 p.m. There is no way you can come to Sunday. It is clearly off. And the Bible never said Friday. John 19, verse 31. Now it was the day of preparation, and the next day was to be a special Sabbath, a high Sabbath, a special Sabbath, not the normal Sabbath. Because the Jewish leaders did not want the bodies left on the crosses during the Sabbath. They asked Pilate to have the legs broken and the bodies taken down. So the Sabbath that they're talking about is not the regular Sabbath. Because in the Bible, we have 2 types of Sabbaths. The first Sabbath is the Sabbath of the 7th day where God rested. That one in the book of Genesis when God said, on the 7th day you must rest. But now there is another Sabbath which is a special Sabbath, a Sabbath that comes with holidays. Because when you would have the festival of the Passover, festival of unleavened bread, festival of booths, festival of first fruits, when you have such things, mokete, then it is a day of rest where you rest from your work. So they are clearly explaining in this verse that this one is not the normal Sabbath of the Saturday of the 7th day. We are not talking about that. We are talking about a special Sabbath. It is in the book of John, chapter 19, verse 31. Now it was the day of preparation, and the next day was to be a special Sabbath. You know, this verse has confused a lot of Muslims because they go around reading the Bible without understanding, without the Spirit. They say the Bible made an error. It is not an error. This is not your regular Sabbath. Go to the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and read about the festivals that God wrote about and about the special Sabbaths that we are to keep, not the normal Sabbath. Matthew 16, verse 1 to 2. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome brought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. Very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb. When the Sabbath was over, the first one was a special Sabbath. The second one was a normal Sabbath. When you count from Wednesday, that is why we say Wednesday was the day when Jesus Christ died. Because the following day was to be a special Sabbath. So when you count from Wednesday, it's Wednesday 3 p.m., Thursday 3 p.m., Friday 3 p.m., Saturday 3 p.m., and in the AMs, Jesus woke up. In the AMs of Sunday. That's why we say when the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome brought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. Very early on the first day of the week, Sunday, very early on a Sunday, they went to anoint the body of Jesus just after the Sabbath. That's why this thing has brought a lot of confusion. People do not know which day is the Sabbath. The Sabbath is Saturday. The high Sabbath was on a Wednesday. There is no way that Sabbath can be on a Sunday, because they say when the Sabbath was over, they went to anoint the body of Jesus. So the Sabbath was the previous day, which was Saturday. So now you will know the original Sabbath is on a Saturday. And the high Sabbath, when Jesus died, it was on a Wednesday. I hope you will stop embarrassing yourself and us, because the Muslims are laughing at us, saying, you say Jesus died on Friday, he woke up on Sunday, it is 2.5 days. You are embarrassing us. Stop with these things. Stop trying to justify something you don't understand. Christianity is not a religion of proving yourself. It is about proving the truth. We stand for the truth. It doesn't matter who is coming with it. If something sounds off, even if your pastor or Jesus comes from the sky and tells you something that is off, you must not believe that. Even if an angel can come having big wings and tell you a gospel that is contradicting the Bible, don't believe that. Khotso, I believe na.